Alright, welcome to the fifth installment of 2x2 Reconstructions. Today I'll be reconstructing a 2.23 average of 5 that I did last night. So yeah, as always, scrambles will be in the description for you to follow along. And without further ado, let's get into the reconstructions. Yeah. Alright, so for this first solve, it took a while for me to find it. As you saw in the video, I took longer than 15 seconds of inspection, so in a competition this would have been, I think it was longer than 17 seconds as well, so it would have been a DNF. So yeah, I'm gonna need to try to fix that, but eventually I found this red bar here and then these two red pieces here. I saw that if you did a U prime, R prime, U prime, R prime, you'd get the red layer here, and you'd get a CLL case. So I also saw that if you did that, you would get a pi case on the top. So, in this case, with these two colors being opposite and this color being the same as the color on the right, I know that this corner will move to this spot when I'm done executing the alg. Well, I execute the alg from this orientation, so yeah, I know this will be move here, so I'll need to do a U for AUF when I'm done with the alg. So that's the alg that I use. So that was the U AUF. So one more time. So yeah, red pieces, and then of course tracking these pieces to where they will go once the first layer is done. So I do a U prime, R prime, U prime, R prime, which gets us to a soon case, U2 to set up to the alg, and then the alg with a U AUF. So yeah, I took quite a while. Well, the most obvious to me would have been the orange. So if I had done orange, I would probably have gotten less than 15 seconds. Would have gotten inspection under 15 seconds, but it just didn't look like a good solution to me. And this is practice where I try to drill my solutions rather than the actual look ahead. Anyways, I suppose I could have done something like this, and then that if I had done orange instead, but I didn't. Anyways, the solve ended up being 2.96. I don't think execution was the best. It was a bit slow from what I could tell when I watched it back, so yeah, it could have been a bit better execution, but still under 3 seconds is okay. So yeah, so on to the next solve. Alright, so for the second solve, this was pretty obvious. You can see these two green bars here, that if you do an R prime like this, you make a green layer and you get an EG1 case since you have the bar here. I saw that if you do it here, you can have the bar in the back. And also, tracing these two pieces when you do the R prime gets you a U case. And for this alg, I execute it from this angle. So it's a U2 to set up. I know that, so for these two opposite colors and these two colors being the same, I know that this color will stay on the left when I'm done with the alg, and and red is the color on the left, so I know that there will be no AUF once I do the alg, like that. So yeah, one more time. Right, from this angle. Yeah, so R prime, gets us to a U case, and then just the EG1 alg. So that's pretty straightforward. There's not really I guess you could do some other stuff, but that was by far the best solution, probably the easiest and fastest solution for this solve. So not really anything else to show. This solve was a 1.77, which was the fastest solve in the average, and which is pretty good. I think my execution for this one was pretty fluid, and look ahead, obviously easy look ahead, allowed me to get, I think, 2 to 3 seconds inspection, under 5 second inspection definitely. So yeah, these kinds of solves are are good, so I hope to have more of them. But yeah, on to the next solve. Alright, this is the third solve, and for this one, there wasn't really anything good that I could really find. So what I ended up going with was white. So you see these two white pieces here, and these two are here. So I saw that from this angle, if you did a F, U prime, R, U, R prime, you get an EG1 case with the bar here. Alright, how did I do that again? Yeah, like this. So, and also in tracking pieces, and since I know the bar will be on the front, I know that I'll either have to rotate or I'll have to do a D2 once I'm done with the white layer. So I saw from inspection that if I did those few moves, I get a soon case on the top. So this is the case where these two colors are opposite, and this color is the same as the one on the left. So for this alg, I execute it from this angle. So instead of rotating, in this solve I did a D2 instead. Not the most advisable thing to do, and yeah, just did the alg. There's a U2 AUF. So let me just explain that again. So for this case, I look at this color. I know that this color will come into the front when I'm done with the alg, but that color is at the back. Orange is at the back of the bar for this solve, so I know that it will be a U2 AUF. So U2 AUF. So yeah. Again, one more time. Having traced the pieces in the yellow pieces in inspection, from this angle I do a F, U prime, R, U, R prime, and then a D2 to orient, to move the bottom layer to how I execute it, and then the alg itself, and then a U2 AUF. So yeah, I suppose you could have done yellow if you really wanted to, but again, that would give you an EG2 case. Though this is actually pretty nice EG2 with no AUF as well. So if you are a bit better at one looking than I am, you probably might have seen that and you probably might have gone for that. The solution I went with, I think I didn't execute it very well. A few lockups here and there. So the solve ended up being 3.35 seconds, which is the slowest solve in the average, and yeah, above 3 seconds is not a good time for me. So yeah, try to minimize those. But yeah, so anyways, on to the next solve. Alright, this is the fourth solve, and as you can see, we have a very easy one move to a EG2 white layer. So I think I did it from this angle because, of course, one move layers are very easy to track. So I saw that if I did this, it would give me an anti-soon case, and for this case I execute it from this angle, so it's a U prime to set up to the alg. So this case where these two are opposite and this color is the same as this one on the right. Well, right is relative, but this one that's next to the yellow corner. And for this case, I look at this piece. I know that the colors for this piece will end up here, and they match the color here. And I know for this piece, this case, these two corners get swapped. So I know that there will be no AUF when I'm done with this alg. So yeah, that's the alg. It's actually pretty easy to lock up on it, so I got pretty lucky that I didn't lock up. So yeah, so one more time from this angle, having traced the yellow pieces on top, I do a R to build the EG2 layer, U prime to set up to the alg, and then execute the alg itself. So for this alg, I kind of do it like this. I do this F with my left thumb, a combination of my left thumb and my right. So yeah, but that was pretty good execution for that solve. So that solve was a 1.82. So yeah, that was good. That was good execution because I don't normally execute very well on EG2 cases. So that was pretty good. So yeah, so that's it for the fourth solve, and on to the last solve of the average. Alright, so for this last solve, you see this 3 yellow pieces and this piece here. So if you do this, you can build a yellow layer, yellow EG1 layer, where the bar is here. But obviously, for most algs, I try to put the bar in the back. So having traced the so when I saw that if I did this, I'd get this pie case, in which it's a lot better to execute from this angle. So I knew that if I did it from this angle, I have to rotate to do a Y2. So I decided that to execute this from this angle instead, so that the bar would be in the back. So I just do a U R prime U prime R, and that will put the bar in the back, and that will give me this pie case in the correct angle to execute it from. And this is probably my favorite EG1 alg of all time. So it's this case where these two colors are the same and these two colors are opposite. This is a very fast alg, and the way I recognize the AUF is that this color here, that's the same, it will remain in the front. So this red color will come to the front, will remain in the front, but I know the red bar is at the back, so the AUF will be a U2. So once I do the alg, it's a U2 to solve it. Now there is one thing I could improve on. So after doing that, I could have just instead of doing the last R, I could have just cancelled straight into the alg, and that would probably have saved me a fraction of a second. Yeah, but otherwise I think that that was pretty good. Ignoring the fact that I didn't cancel very well, since I decided to take the safe option. That was actually pretty good execution. There's a 1.92 second solve, so that is 3 sub 2s in a single average, which is pretty good for my standard. It's not my PB. I don't know. I can't remember when I got how I got my PB, but I know my PB is a 2.05, average of 5. This is a 2.23 average of 5, but 3 sub 2s in an average is a good sign. So yeah, this is pretty. I'm pretty happy with this average, and yeah, I saw that my averages for the past 4 videos were getting slower and slower. So yeah, this kind of bumps things back down. So yeah, that's about it for this video. So hope you learn and enjoy it, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.